Hello, my name is Chris Agashi, and I'm here today to discuss portion control and tray accuracy. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, let us start with a metaphor. Imagine that you are sick. What do most people do? Well, they go to the doctor's office, get a prescription, pick up the prescription, go home, and begin taking the medication for as long as the directions say to. Well, that can be exactly what a diet is. In the hospital setting, a diet is a prescription. Both the physician and the clinical dietitians believe that they are eating the exact amount of food that they were prescribed. Therefore, portion control and tray accuracy are extremely important. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes talking about portion control and another 4 to 5 minutes talking about tray accuracy. And we will end with a short little 2-question formal quiz just to go over the knowledge that you guys have learned. Here I'm going to share my screen so we can begin the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, and let me just start it from the beginning. So portion control and tray accuracy. What exactly is portion control, you may ask? Portion control is knowing the correct measures or serving size as per calorie counts and fat content for different foods and beverages. Well, why is it important? Why can you not give a client 2 cups of popcorn when the clinical dietitian prescribed 1? Well, for starters, serving too much food can cause food to run out and all patients cannot get food. In addition, this will cause over-ordering for future orders. In theory, wasting more money. Next, inaccurate portion sizing can cause inaccuracy in patients. There can be unnecessary weight loss or weight gain, depending on what they were served. In addition, serving too little can cause too many leftovers, creating high amounts of unnecessary waste. Last, patients may comment on the sizing difference if one patient gets more, let's say, potatoes than another. Always remember, in portion control, that it is okay to ask questions for clarification about portion sizes, and it is better to ask questions before a problem arises. Now, we are going to do a portion control exercise. Often, what you're served is something similar to the left, and what you should be served is something similar to the right. Here, I'm going to perform, and I'm going to quit sharing my screen and perform a live example for you guys. I've gotten these 2 cups, or plates, excuse me, and I'm going to give you an idea of how often portion controlling can be inaccurate. Let's just say that I wanted to put a half a cup of popcorn onto this plate. So I'm going to take this popcorn and put it on one of these plates, just by hand, measuring it out as I think it would be, about a half a cup. Right? So I would say it's probably going to be, my hands are kind of small, so I would say 2 small handfuls. Now I'm going to use this plate, and I'm going to use the portion control measure and measure out a half a cup of popcorn. There. I have my popcorn in my plate. It even goes over a little bit, I would say. But for this example, it'll be sufficient. And wow, can you see a difference? Let me pull the computer screen down so you guys can get a good comparison. This on here was what I believe to be 1/2 portion size, and this is the reality of 1 portion size. You guys can see they are clearly different. This one is much higher, much fuller out, and this one honestly just even has crumbs. Is so much, like, if these were less crumbs and more of a pop, it would be even smaller. And that's really why portion control is so important. Typically, people have no idea that they're even over-serving patients just solely by guesstimating. Now I'm going to reshare my screen and show you guys examples of how you can practice when you don't have something to use. So if you want to think about it, 2 cups would be about the size of a softball, 1 cup about the size of a baseball, a half a cup a tennis ball, 2 tablespoons is a golf ball, and 1 ounce is just 4 dice. You can see even in your head, these realistic items are much smaller than what I would think 1 or 2 cups would be, so it is important to measure them out. Now we are going to move on to tray accuracy. What exactly is tray accuracy, you may ask? Tray accuracy is ensuring trays get to the patients on time and are accurate. The meal is the prescription. I really cannot say that enough, so I'm going to say it again. The meal is a prescription that is prescribed by the clinical dietitian, and both the clinical dietitian and doctors believe that it is being followed exactly. Therefore, when it is not followed exactly, tray errors can cause a variety of problems. The texture modifications could lead to aspirations or even death in enteral and parenteral nutrition patients. In more common cases, you could have a medical treatment where food may inhibit the medication being given. Therefore, patients are unable to get better. And lastly, patients can suffer from severe allergic reactions and go into anaphylactic shock. It is so important to make sure that what is prescribed is what the patient gets. I really cannot stress that enough. Here is an example we're going to complete together. It is suggested in most hospitals that food service staff uses a food preparation checklist for each patient. So here we are going to do one together. It's a quick example I've made up. The patient information we have is a 26-year-old woman who's 45 pounds and has an allergy to pineapple. She has 1 yogurt, 1 egg, a slice of bacon, and a small orange. That is what the diet prescribed. Well, the diet given: a yogurt, an egg, a slice of bacon, and 2 oranges. How does everything look? Could we mark off yes for all of these things above? Oh, did you say that something is wrong? Well, you are correct. Here, 2 oranges were given instead of 1. You're right, there was no pineapple allergy. They got that correct. They caught that in time so she would not get anaphylactic shock. However, they gave her 2 small oranges, which is more calories than she needs to consume, and a patient in the future may not be able to get an orange because this patient had 2. So on the food preparation checklist, you will fill out no. Weights of food items packed or trayed are correct because 2 oranges were given instead of 1. In addition, you will mark the box no for meal packed or tray is complete and correct. All documentation for completion of meal is made as requested by each site. They can take this, go back, fix the tray, and redo the food preparation checklist to match exactly what the diet prescription would be. Now, we're going to have a quick question and answer as a formal review. Please get out a piece of paper and write down 3 reasons why accurate meal trays are important in a medical facility. In addition, write down 4 benefits of accurate portion control in a medical facility. Okay, time is up, and here are the answers. Why are accurate meal trays important in a medical facility? Well, like we always say, meal is a prescription. You want to avoid weight loss and weight gain, avoid allergic reaction, and avoid inhibiting certain medications. Good job to everyone who got those correct. Next, what are the benefits of portion control in a medical facility? You can avoid waste, avoid future over orders, avoid patient comparisons of meals, and avoid overweight and underweight patient problems. Congratulations to all those who got that correct. Thank you guys so much, and at this time, I'm going to leave the door open to any questions that you may have.